Welcome back, y'all. Life's better with tea. So today I'm going to be talking about, my experiences coming from a toxic relationship into a healthy one that I am finally in, that I have been in for a while, but I decided to, talk about it since I started my YouTube. So I have came from a very amount of toxic relationships. Some of those have been great, but they have not been this. I did have to unlearn a lot of toxic behaviors. I definitely adapted from a bunch of those from my past. And things that I'm talking about is like my anxiety got really bad. And I started seeing it more in my healthy relationship a little bit because I started experiencing from my past relationships. It was, the cheating. I wasn't able to get much space like I wanted to because they would get mad or, I feel like I had to hide things in my past. Like, it's like I couldn't do much of anything. I dated this one guy. He got mad, y'all, when I used to try to hang out with my guy cousin. Literally, this was my blood cousin. He would think that, like, oh, you hang out with a, whatever, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it was that toxic. Like, that's toxic. Like, I had to hide stuff. Not saying I know for sure I wasn't the one cheating, but I have been cheated on, and I'm not going to be ashamed about it because I'm pretty sure a lot of us have. With the space, I was not getting the space that I needed. It's like I always was like, if I needed my space and just don't want to answer your call, or saying, hey, I just need some space for a little bit, it was always a, oh, you cheating, or what you messing with, or whatever it is like that. So it was very toxic, and I had to get out of it. So I did have to take the responsibility and be cautious when I found the person that I really wanted to spend the rest of my life with. So what I had did with my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, like I dated mainly most of the same type of guys. Like I always liked the bad boys and stuff like that. So with my husband, he's not a bad boy, thank God. I went for something different. And sometimes you have to get out of your what you're comfortable with doing and just get out of that and find something different than what you're so used to. And you will definitely see the different change, and it will definitely teach you, and you can grow and become a better person and have that great relationship. And that's what I had to do. So I wanted to relearn like love and everything all over again, like the healthy way to do it. There has been times like, yes, I do bring some of my little toxic stuff that I from my past into this relationship, but my husband is definitely very patient with me, and he understands because I don't hide anything. I told him about every relationship I've been in. I tell him everything. So I just have to convince myself that, my husband is not guys from my past. Like he's different. And I have to learn that, I'm safe now. I'm definitely safe with him. So I can, be more of myself and not bring up so much of my past and, the relationships that I had. I found him, like he's my person. I tell him all the time. And we got a chance to grow together, learn with each other. We started accepting each other for our flaws, insecurities, and I'm so thankful that, he accepted me for every little piece of me. Well, we went to stay. We actually apologized to each other. So that's another big thing. Me and him is just alike. It's like I can't really explain how much of alike we are. Not saying like he's like me and I'm like him. There is some differences, but most majority we're alike. We both listen. We like to communicate. We're both are very kind and sweethearts, and sometimes that is hard because a lot of people take it for advantage when it's two people that's just like that. But our love is not perfect. I mean, we do have some bumps, but we work it out as a couple. We just keep everybody out of it. The love that we have make us, I feel like, yes, that's it. The love that we have make us perfect for each other. We communicate a lot instead of like shouting, running us, being quiet. Sometimes he do get quiet. Sometimes I do shout, but he would definitely ignore me and I calm down and then we communicate. So that's very big. I'm always honest with him and he's always honest with me. We definitely, on a level of trust. He definitely followed through and not lied to me about anything that he says. And I really do love that as well. And, on my end, I do the same. I make sure I tell him any and everything. Not saying that you have to. This is just stuff I do because he's my person. We keep our healthy relationship alive with like little things like sometimes I like kisses from behind or him hugging me from behind when I'm washing dishes. I'm the one that's planning to like the romantic date nights with the candles and stuff. So when I'm sick, it definitely shows. Like he makes sure he give me my favorite chocolate or stuff like that. Or when I'm sad, he tried to make me happy. And it just be something that's so small that can make me happy. It really don't take a lot. I love the dance in the kitchen. He's still trying to get used to it, but I really do love it. It definitely helps out a lot. Just trying to get, him used to, a little bit more of what I do. And we just learning each other and we're growing and it's working out for us. We don't have, we really don't make sense to a lot of people. I do get a lot like, oh, you just think y'all so perfect or whatever the case is. But we go through a lot. It just, we know how to get through it together. So things here is it's a little rocky sometimes. We ain't perfect, but it makes sense to us and it works. So that's just it is what it is. We talk about any and everything. I don't hide nothing from him. He don't hide nothing from me. If if someone messaged me, I would definitely go out. I would tell him. Like I sent him the screenshot. I sent him the screenshot. I'd be like, hey babe, look, this guy just wrote me this, or whatever the case is. Like I don't hide anything because I would feel very guilty or bad that I'm hiding something from him. Like hiding something from him for what? Like why am I doing that? I mean, yes, you don't have to tell them everything, but I feel like why not? Because whatever you do in the dark will come to the light. That's something that I know well for sure. Let me tell y'all, I really got tired of like trying to find the person that I dreamed about. Like instead, I just was like, okay, I'm gonna look for someone who can bring out the person that I really want to be. And that's what I found in my husband. And I'm glad that I did that. Like, I ain't trying to be picky or anything, or, just say that, I just want a certain type of man that like this, like this, like that. Just hit every check box. But I couldn't do it no more. Like, there's going to be something wrong with somebody that's not going to fit to what you're wanting or what you need. Like, I used to always be like, okay, I want my partner to be somebody that know how to dance too, since I like to dance. But it doesn't work that way. I mean, I dated somebody that was like that liked to dance because I did. Or I dated a guy that was that liked to argue all the time because I like to argue. I dated a guy that always wanted to, just do certain different type of things to just try to find every single thing in common with this person. And then I realized like you're not going to find everything in common with everybody. Eventually you're going to get tired of it. It's going to get aggravating. It's just not going to work out. Everything does not have to balance. Me and my husband, like I said before, we are alike, but at some point we're different. And I'm glad that we're different because we balance each other out. Like I'm the arguing type. He's not. He don't like to argue. He would definitely ignore you. I would definitely argue with you 24/7 if I have to. There's things that we have to learn with each other. I like to text and talk all day. He don't. He barely be in his phone. He will really just sit there on the game. So, things have to balance each other itself out. It's not like how it is in the movies or what you see on TV because I really was thinking that growing up like, oh wow, look at that fairy tale wedding or that fairy tale love. Like I really wanted that. In reality, that's not really what it is because you only see the good. You're not seeing the bad. Like you only see the good of how they loving each other and all this type of stuff. You're not really seeing the bad stuff or what really goes on. And I feel like that's how a lot of people view me and my husband because they only see the good. They're not seeing the bad. But there's some bad here too. But at the end of the day, like we get through it together as a couple. And one thing that I won't do is I won't talk bad about my husband to nobody, or I won't even talk bad about him to his face in front of a bunch of people because that's embarrassing. Like, yeah, I will correct him when we get in the car. If we somewhere and I'm not agreeing with him, I'm not about to just argue with him in front of everybody. I'll wait till we get in the car and I'll be like, babe, yeah, you was wrong. Like, yeah, we're gonna argue in the car about it. But yeah, I mean, our relationship is healthy. There is some. I feel like there's some toxic moments. I feel like I definitely bring some toxic moments in, but that try to come to play. But yeah, he definitely know how to, put that fire out, and I love it. So before I go, I do want to leave you guys with something. Um, yes, I have found my husband. Like I told you guys, I saw him and I wanted him, and I did whatever I could to get him. And yeah, that's just how it went. But I did want to leave you guys with a message because healthy relationships are not found. They are definitely worked on and they are created. So you have to create that type of love and relationship that you want with your partner. You have to be able to work on it, work on anything, not be the person that give up on everything. Like, don't let little small things make something so big to where you're losing your person, because you're not going to find another person like that, and your person is your person. And I really do feel like everybody has that person for them to have that healthy relationship with. Some people may like those toxic relationships, but it's a headache. It's a headache, and it's stressful, and it's not healthy. And I mean, you would want something more healthy than toxic, right? So, you know, make sure you guys are finding your person and finding that healthy relationship that's going to last a lifetime, because I want that type of love. I want that love like the old people had, that lasted so many years. And to say that, oh, we've been married for over 50 years, like it feels so good, especially when I've talking to someone that was married so long like that before, and they tell you like, yeah, we went through a lot, but it's nothing that's more important than, still working it out with the person that you really want to be with. And again, I found my person, and I hope that if you are in a toxic relationship, maybe you will, start learning and trying to figure things out to have a healthy relationship. Or maybe that toxic person will, grow up one day and become your person. If you really think that the love is there, if that's the person that you really want to be with, just grow with them and, be patient and communicate, and not try to put more, more fire to the flame. You understand? So thank you guys so much for watching Life's Better with T. Stay tuned for more videos because I got so much more to talk about. So again, like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, because life's better with T.